Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through.
Today I'm getting a breast reduction. I'm getting it because in my entire life since high school, it's been hurting my back. It's been causing me stress when I'm doing sports and just not being able to do my daily activities. So today I decided to get this so I could finally be relieved of all my pains and I'm able to do the sports and activities that I once enjoyed. So I first started having these larger breasts in high school whenever I was about a sophomore, junior, and it did actually affect a lot of my sports because I was a basketball player for 8 years. So whenever my breasts started to get bigger, it was really making me not be able to play because I'd get insecure of them moving around, and it would feel uncomfortable when I was running. So it does affect my sports a lot, and this is why I decided to get it. And I wish I had gotten it sooner. I am now in my second year of college, so I wish I had gotten it maybe before I came to college or even my first year, but I'm still glad I'm getting it done today. So the way that I decided to get this boob reduction and I found this doctor was I told my mom about it last year, and I told her that I wanted to get my breasts reduced because I told her about all the pain it was causing me and all the lower back pain and just how uncomfortable it made me feel. So I asked her about it, and I told her to help me look up doctors for this breast reduction, and that is whenever she did some research online, and Turkey's my home country, so we decided to come here for that. And she found this doctor online, and he was rated really well, and then we looked at his Instagram and we really liked the work that he did, so we decided to go through with Fatih Dagdelen. So one worry that I know a lot of people in America may have is coming to a different country, and especially one that we are not very experienced with. However, and this has no bias with me being from Turkey myself, but having a third world country may seem scary because you're not used to it, but in reality, most of the people come here for anything such as veneers, hair transplants, nose jobs. Our doctors are very skilled, and they show off their skills in a lot of the patients that do come and take that step from America and from other countries. So if you do have any worries, I believe that you should really give it a try because they actually do a better job than most people in the Americas or any other countries think that they do. So and there's many evidence online of surgeries that have been done, and if you ask anywhere and search up online where's the best place to get hair transplant, nose job, and veneers, Turkey would pop up as the best choice. So the doctors here are very skillful, and the surgeries always do go very well. So the reason I am here today talking in this video is to try and get younger girls like me, or if you're even older, to get this boob reduction as soon as you can, because it will help you throughout the rest of your years. And if you're still young and you want to enjoy playing your sports or doing running, or just you don't like the way it looks, getting it done early on is very crucial. And I took this step and decided to get it early on, and I am more happier than ever that I decided to get this done today. And then the doctor has told me to come back in about a week and tell him about all of the things that I have faced post-surgery. So all of the aches and everything, or if there's anything like that, I will come back to consult him, and he will give me an update and help me out with the rest of my procedure a week after. So the reason I wanted to get this breast reduction was just because of the way my body looks and how I look more top heavy, having larger breasts. So after I get this surgery, I'm planning to come back and do a consultation, and after that I will hopefully start feeling a little bit better about my body and the way it looks, especially on the breast area, because even with some shirts and everything, I won't like the way it looks. But I will continue to update and take you through my story and journey of how I will go into the recovery and feel a lot better about myself and the way my breasts look.
Okay, thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
You can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true.
So I got a breast reduction surgery on June 6th. and today is June 15th, so it has been 9 days since I got my surgery. For me, it was a pretty easy surgery for recovery after, since the first 2 days there was a little minimal pain, but it was nothing too serious. I was still walking around and doing everything with my family. And then after the first 2 days, there was really no pain and I was able to go back to my daily life. And now I'm even able to do everything like tie my shoes, put on shirts, so I have no issues with anything at all. And now I feel like normal, like I didn't go through a surgery. So for the first day, since it was the first day post-surgery, it was the most painful day for me. But it still wasn't that bad. I was walking around and I was at my grandma's house. So we were walking around, and then at points I had to stop or walk slower because it would feel like a little tension and pulling, but it wasn't like that bad to where I had to sit down. But I was also a little tired from the anesthesia. But the second day, the pain still was there sometimes when I was walking for long distances, but it started going away. And at the third day, I started having no pain when walking. And but it was a little harder to lift my arms and put on my shirt or like tie my shoes or brush my hair and do stuff like that on the third day. But then on the fourth day and fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, everything was back to normal. Like I was able to brush my hair. I was able to put on my own shirts and pants without hurting. And I was just able to walk and do everything. And I went to grocery stores and even helped my grandma carry some groceries from the store to home, and it didn't hurt at all. So it didn't feel like anything after the fourth day. So whenever I had my larger breast, I definitely had a lot of weight on my chest. So one thing I noticed even right after surgery when they had me walk around a little bit was the amount of weight that was lifted and how much easier it was to stand up straight while walking, because before I had to almost force myself to stand up straight because of all the weight on my chest. And another thing I noticed is while walking, I would get out of breath or like have shortness of breath while walking because of the pressure on my chest. But now I don't get shortness of breath, and I realize it's because I'm able to stand up straight and have no weight on my chest. And the way I look, I bought a shirt that I bought about a month ago, and it was a little tight on my breast, and I just didn't like the way it looked because it would hover over my stomach and make it look like my stomach was as long as my breast. But now since they're smaller, the shirts fit better, so I feel better about the way I look, and just overall walking and everything and doing everything just seems more comfortable and lighter. So after this surgery, the doctor has recommended that I do liposuction on my stomach, back areas first for my stretch marks, so that way that they do not increase over with time, or that way even if I do lose the weight, that it doesn't hang over and this loose skin doesn't like hang as much. So my next goal would be to do the liposuction for the stomach and the back areas, and then see how that goes, and then later on move on to hips and legs more, since that is more of a bigger procedure for me. So if I had to go back to America for whatever reason or an emergency, I think I would be able to do it comfortably on the 9th day, since as I mentioned before, I barely have any pain, I do not feel anything, and I'm able to move around and nothing hurts when I lift my arms or carry stuff. So you know, getting to the airport and having to drag a couple bad suitcases or get in a plane and sit there with a seatbelt on does not bother me at all. And like even in the car, I'm able to wear a seatbelt and it doesn't hurt me at all. So I think I'd be comfortably able to go back to America without any issues about the surgery. So the reason I'm making this video is because I want to encourage girls my age or girls even older than me to get the breast reduction, because I did not realize how much of a difference it would make in my life, because I thought it would be mainly more of a physical just look aspect, that I would just look better, but the feeling you get post-surgery is way more relieving than even the looks. And so another thing I was worried about, that me and my mom were worried about, was being able to breastfeed after surgery. And this was really important because for me especially, I want to breastfeed my child. So but Fatih, Dagdelen doctor did do a great job of protecting all of the milk canals in my breast, so that way I am still able to breastfeed. And so also doing sports, walking around and everything, you kind of do not realize, because I didn't even realize how much weight I had on my chest because you're just so used to it. But I would encourage you to get the surgery, because post-surgery you just feel so much better and you cannot believe the amount of weight that was lifted off your chest and how easily you're able to move now. And then after Dr. Fatih Dagdelen did my surgery, he took out about 2 kilograms from my breast. And the good thing is that whenever they took this out, so I didn't have any worry about any sickness I had or anything like cancer that could go unseen or unnoticed because I got this taken out, but it could be somewhere else. They did look into it and look at the stuff that they extracted and made sure that I didn't have any type of sickness or any type of cancer cells in the parts that they did take out. And so he did check all that and make sure that I didn't have that, so that was not a worry about any sort of the breast reduction.